Hello, hello, hello. Today is day 17 of my Facebook Live. Sorry I'm on so late, but I had a team call tonight with my business team. So it was a good call. It was a really good call. I enjoyed it. So tonight I thought I would talk about kids say the darndest things. I don't know if most of you know, but my grandchildren live with me, along with my son and his wife Candy. They live with me, so I get the joy of having my grandchildren every day, and it's so funny because they just are the cutest things. Leah's 5 and Melody's 3, and I just so enjoy them because a lot of grandmas don't get the chance to have their grandchildren live with them, and like when I was a kid growing up. Um, My one grandmother lived in Cape Cod and in Hyannis, and my other grandmother lived in Fort Lauderdale. So we got to see my grandmother that lived here, my mother's mom. We got to see her, every week usually. My mother has a big Italian family, and so, you know, we would all have a lot of meals together on weekends, on Sunday afternoons or whatever, and all the cousins would come over, and it was always a big to do. But my grandmother, my dad's mom, they lived far away, so I never really got to see them. But I really always enjoyed my grandmothers. They are a big part of my life. So for me, I'm just thrilled that my granddaughters get to live with me. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, so the title of my Facebook Live tonight is Kids Say the Darndest Things. Well, I don't know if you saw my post that I posted earlier today, but I just was in stitches. So I just had to talk about it because it was just so funny. It was hysterical. My granddaughter, she's, hi Mary. My granddaughter, the youngest one, she's 3. Her name's Melody. And she just like so matter of factly, she was so cute. She goes, I used to be Catholic. I'm not Catholic anymore. I'm Christian. I belong to a non-denominational church, and I probably left the Catholic Church probably I would say like 22 years ago, and but anyway, I still have a crucifix because my mother gave it to me, and that was long before I ever left the Catholic Church that she gave it to me. So it's sort of just sentimental thing because my mother gave it to me. So I keep it. Anyway, um, it's hanging up in my living room, um, above my doors here. On the other, you can look at this doors here. It's on the other side of those doors, up on the top. Anyway, my granddaughter, she's she's so cute. She's so cute. You know how kids like they say things and they're so sweet and innocent. They don't understand things, and her perspective as a 3-year-old is she wears pull-ups. So she goes, grandma, Jesus has a pull-up on. I just died laughing. It was so funny. It was just so funny. It was hysterical. And I just keep thinking about it all the time. It's like, you know, oh my goodness, because perspective, a 3-year-old's perspective, she was thinking, oh, how cool, I'm sure it sounded like she was all excited about it. Jesus wears a pull-up too. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's just so funny. Just so funny. But anyway, kids, they do say the darndest things. And, they say out of the mouth of babes, right? But, kids are so sweet and innocent. And a lot of times they'll see something and they'll say something about it. And it's so pure. It's so innocent that you just have to laugh because, we all should be like children. We all should see things through the eyes of children. I think, yeah, it is funny, isn't it, Meg? Hi, Meg. Thanks for joining me. But it was just so funny. I just couldn't stop laughing. And I think I've probably told this story, I don't know, a lot. I've told it a lot because it just really tickles me. So, Just having my grandchildren and getting to like experience those cute little moments that if they didn't live with me, I probably wouldn't ever get to see stuff like that. So it's just a blessing having them here, and I'm really enjoying it. But so I turned my camera around this last night. I did my Facebook Live out of my dining room, and so I said, "Oh, let me turn to a different angle today instead of facing the same direction I usually face." You can see my pictures on the wall instead. I have a I have a picture, and it's a rainbow. It's a circle rainbow with a heart in the middle of it, and it says underneath it, "Love one another," and it says "Love one another" in a bunch of different languages down below the English "Love one another," and that's something I've had for since I was about 21 years old. I got it at the swap shop for $30 when I moved into my very first apartment. So anyway, so I'm going to show that off a little bit. That's all my pictures of stuff. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to, just wanted to talk a little bit about, children, and they say the darndest things. I was like, I didn't see my mom saw that that post that I did earlier. I was hoping she saw it because I thought she would get a kick out of it, but it was just, kids, they just say the darndest things. That's all I got to say. I'm just so tickled over that. Anyway, but it's so wonderful to have grandchildren. I don't know how many of my friends are grandparents. I know there's probably a lot of you that are parents because I have friends of all ages in my friends list. But I love being a grandmother. I love having my grandkids here. And when my daughter, when my, let's see, oh, Meg, nice long comment. One time after my son got out of the bathtub when he was little, he looked at his hands and said to my mom, "Look, Grandma, my hands are wrinkled just like your face." Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. And the kids, they don't have any, like, they don't have any inhibitions. We as adults, we kind of like watch our words, like we don't speak our minds so much. And maybe we should sometimes. Maybe we should say the things that, you know, you know, that we think, as long as it's not going to hurt somebody or something, or, just make us look like a fool. But, like, there's sometimes that we should try to be like kids. Yeah, I bet she did. Yeah, my grandchildren have said stuff to me before like that too, you know. But it's just a blessing for me to have my grandkids with me, and that was just the funniest thing. And I still couldn't get over it. Oh, my daughter's coming out to use my treadmill. She she's over here. I have a treadmill over there. It's a crazy house. She's trying to lose weight, and she takes her laptop and she puts it on top of my printer so she can watch her shows while she's walking on my treadmill. So it's a crazy life. So I haven't tried that yet. I probably should get my butt up and go walk on the treadmill too, and use put my laptop on top of the printer like she does, and this way I could still do what I'm gonna do on the computer. But you know, I don't know. Yeah, that's fun. So anyway, that's really all I had for tonight. I just wanted to, talk about my grandkids. They are a blessing, and I get to watch two of mine every day. That's awesome. That's really awesome, Meg. It's so much fun. It's so different. Like when you're a mom, you're always worrying about, you know, um, being the mom, and making sure they're all doing what they're supposed to be doing, and making sure that, you know, um, just everything's the way it's supposed to be. And it's like when you become a grandma, you just got to be a grandma, and you get to like enjoy the kids. I think I enjoyed my kids when they were small. I nursed all five of them, and I spent time with them, and I was the mom that was always on the floor playing with them, and I would play this thing where I'd put them up on my feet and we'd play airplane, or I'd flip them over and they'd run up and jump on my feet, and then I'd let them do flips and stuff like that. I loved being home. I was a stay-at-home mom when my kids were small, and it was the best. It was the best. You know, so I miss having the little kids. I missed when all the kids were grown. I missed having little kids because it was fun. And then, of course, I started working full time. And but now, it's like I get to go back to when the kids were small, and and they're just so precious. And the best part is, like, they'll just come up to me and kiss me and say, "I love you, Grandma," and that just like melts my heart so much. But hi, there's a bunch of people joined. I see nine people are on now. I was just telling the story of, I don't know if all of you saw the post I did earlier about what my granddaughter said, but I was just totally tickled by it. So that's what I was talking about. Kids say the darndest things. Because my granddaughter, she just saw the crucifix with Jesus on it, and she's 3 years old, and of course she wears pull-ups. So she's like, "Grandma, Jesus has a pull-up on." I just think that's so funny. I just think that's so funny. It just tickled me. Just really tickled me. Anyway, so that's something that happened to me today that I thought I'd share with you. And I know I did a post on it, but it just, I just want to talk about it because I'm just still tickled by it. It was just so funny. Just expression in her voice, and, Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this Facebook Live because now my daughter's doing her treadmill, and I'm sure you can hear the treadmill in the background. It's kind of a noisy when it's old. But if anybody wants to learn how they can do this Facebook Live thing, just let me know, and I'll send you a free training. It doesn't cost anything, and it's free. So I'll send it to you. The only thing you have to do is give me your email address, to get the training. But and that's it. And and if you haven't subscribed to me yet, hit the subscribe button at the top of this broadcast, and then the next time I'm on, you'll get a notification. So this is a lot of fun. I'm getting very comfortable doing this. I was very, very nervous in the beginning when I first started doing it. This is my day 17, so they say 21 days. There's a 21-day challenge, and I'm a 3 days ahead of most of the people on my team that are doing this. But because I started doing it before they did, and then they decided to have the challenge. But so it's a lot of fun. But they say that when you do something for 21 days, then it becomes a habit. So I'm kind of getting a little bit used to this. I've always been so shy. I've always been one of those shy people that was like really, really resisted doing video and stuff like that. So this is it's been a stretch for me, but it's really cool. Thank you, Meg. Thank you. It's really cool. I mean, because like when you're talking to people, I'm sitting here and I'm talking to my friends, so it doesn't feel so, threatening, I guess, or something. So I'm just trying to just be me and be real and be who I am. So anyway, I'm going to say goodnight now. I have to get up early, and I have to go for a mammogram tomorrow, which isn't fun. But, I didn't have one last year, so I got to go take care of that this year. So I'm getting all my little things taken care of. But, joys of, getting up there in age, you need to do those things. So, anyway, thank you so much for joining. And remember, hit subscribe if you want to learn how to do this. Also, I have free trainings on how to, on Twitter and on Instagram, and also Snapchat. You know, all the kids today are using Snapchat, and there's so many cool things that you can do on Snapchat. And if you want to learn how to do Snapchat, oh, thank you, Mary. If you want to learn how to do Snapchat so you can snap with your kid, you know, with your teenagers or kids, or you know, my adult kids use Snapchat all the time. I have this training that's free, and I can send it to you. Just let me know if you'd like it. I'd be more than happy to share it. So, anyway, take care, and thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was good seeing you, and I appreciate you. Take care.